Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. So we got our fourth teaser for the worldwide download celebration. Now, I know yesterday I didn't talk about the teasers and whatnot, because I was really busy and I wasn't home when the teaser dropped, and by the time I got home, people had already talked about it a bunch, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't really that helpful. I think yesterday's teaser was probably the worst one we've gotten after the craziness that was the second day's teaser. But today's teaser, I'll just play it for a second. With the audio on, just so y'all can hear what this really is. Hold on, let me find, where's my thing at? Here, let me turn on un audio for y'all, just so y'all can hear this. Let me see, where are we at? Yeah, okay, well, I don't know how loud it's gonna be. We'll see in a second. But here's the teaser. That is very clearly a Super Saiyan aura of some kind. Now, I think the main thing to take from this is the color of it. Right? I guess you could, like, technically say that that's yellow, but that just seems really green to me. So, which means it's probably BROLY, right? But the thing is, right, if it is BROLY, what is going on with the order of these, right? Because the first one, right? Maybe I can just pull these up real quick. The first one, which was posted on the global account, right? Yeah, here we go. It's pretty much in order. The first one, right? It's very white, right? And it's just flying around like these random places, just kind of going around. And then, yeah, so you can kind of see it. This looks like very yellowish, but I guess it is probably the same color, right? And then day 2. We had this teaser, which was, I think, the craziest one, right? It's still flying around, blah, 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 blah. And then it's powering up at the top of this building, right? With a bunch of lightning, right? And then it ends. And then we had this teaser, which was from yesterday, which, again, it's still just flying around. This is Paris, this is United States, blah, blah, blah. It's still just kind of flying around. Yeah, and then it ends by flying back towards, I'm going to assume it's going to be flying towards where it is in the second teaser, or the fourth teaser, which again is the one we just got, where it is very loud, and you can hear it zooming around, blah, 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 and then it starts charging up at the top of this building. Again, that is a Super Saiyan aura. Straight up, that's Super Saiyan. Now, I guess that does technically mean it's probably BROLY. Again, probably is my best guess, because again, this is really green. It's definitely okay. The dream of Dragon Ball, like Demon King Piccolo, is definitely dead, and everyone seems to be very confident in the BROLY, because of how green in color it is, right? Which, yeah, fair enough. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Now, personally, I don't like BROLY for this, for one major reason, and that is the issue with BROLY in Dokkan. If we pull up BROLY, right? Here's my big problem. BROLY is a character who got really, really shafted by the naming conventions of Dokkan. Here's the big issue. Every single BROLY in the game has the same name, basically. There is no differentiation between Super BROLY and Z BROLY. It's either Legendary Super Saiyan or he's Super Saiyan BROLY. There's no other distinction from it, which is really, really bad, right? So if we were to get a new BROLY, right, and especially if the entirety of Worldwide is based around BROLY, we would not only have a character who directly contests the BROLY we got earlier in this year, more than likely, but then they're probably also going to EZA the Tech Super Saiyan BROLY, the Anti-Legendary Super Saiyan BROLY, Super EZA for the STR Legendary Super Saiyan BROLY, and you start to see where the issue is, right? Where all these BROLYs have the same goddamn name, and it becomes really annoying. Because, in a hypothetical, let's say this is, I don't know, the original BROLY movie BROLY, right? From the first BROLY movie, we get Super Saiyan Goku. Fantastic, blah, 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 whatever, right? That BROLY, right, is either Super Saiyan BROLY or is Legendary Super Saiyan BROLY. I guess, hypothetically speaking, they could give us base BROLY from the first movie, I guess. They could, right? But they're probably going to give us a transforming BROLY. right? Which we just got, right, earlier this year, who has the same name, Super Saiyan Broly. And then they're going to EZA one of the Brolys from that movie. So this guy, who has Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, which is cool. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is kind of dead right now. That's great. But then part 2 happens. What is part 2 going to be, probably? It's either going to be Broly's Second Coming, or it's going to be Bio Broly. And Bio Broly is really lame, so I highly doubt they're going to do Bio Broly. If they do Bio Broly, they better make him really interesting, because he's really, really lame. Right? There's kind of a reason why we haven't seen Bio Broly since his free-to-play card. And when did this drop? 2017. There's kind of a reason for that. Right? So, I mean, I doubt they'd do Bio Broly, but I guess they could, and that would be a different name to Broly. It would suck, because Bio Broly is not interesting at all, right? But, whatever, right? And so, Broly's Second Coming. They gave us that. What do we get? Probably a standalone Legendary Super Saiyan Broly from Broly's Second Coming, which would be in direct contention with the EZA Broly, so they wouldn't link, right? And then if they were to try to do any Super EZAs, the only one that makes sense, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So they would be 3 Legendary Super Saiyan Brolys on the same team. And now you run into an issue where you can't run your team effectively, because now the characters actually link together, and you have to have a Super Saiyan Broly mixed in there. And you got to really hope that one of them is a slot 1 character, because if they're not a slot 1 character, then the team doesn't work, because you can't link. And it just gets really, really annoying. And of course, if we do get a transforming Broly, if it's like base Broly into full power, or into Legendary, then sure, then we can maybe toss in one of these 2 guys, but maybe even have to toss in both, especially if this guy EZAs. And you see where my issue is with Broly. OG Dragon Ball would have just worked a lot better, in my personal opinion. Right? Because Demon King Piccolo is a character that doesn't really have a whole lot of versions of himself, so it's not really that hard to get more other units on the team. You'll be able to easily do that. But the problem when it comes to Broly is that they're all the same name. And that's a big, big deal. Now, granted, this is 100% a Super Saiyan aura, right? And it is very green, so it's probably Broly. Okay, people aren't going to like this because we've done so much Dragon Ball Super. I think it's fine if you give us Z Broly for the first part. I think that's perfectly fine, right? Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is literally, like, dead. But the problem is, again, EZA. If you give us a transforming Broly, sure, why not? Cool. You can link him up with the other Broly. Whatever, hopefully. Blah, blah, blah. Right? The thing is, though, I know people don't want Dragon Ball Super, and we literally just got a Dokkan Fest LR Broly from Dragon Ball Super Broly. But the thing is, this is Broly's second card ever, and a certain form is literally completely unrepresented. And then there's a character that fights him that is also completely, basically unrepresented in good animations in the game. And I think some of you may know where I'm going with this, because I'm going to the V's. And that's God Vegeta, right? He's literally not represented at all. We don't have a single God Vegeta in the game with good animations. And same thing with Wrath Broly. He also doesn't have good animations. His animations are incredibly old, and they're not very good anymore. We can easily get Wrath Broly, God Vegeta. So if, hypothetically speaking, first part, Dokkan Fest transforming Broly into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, or Dokkan Fest Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, something like that, whatever. Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, which would be our, 4th Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, or 3rd Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, whatever. Part 2, Carnival Wrath Broly, Dokkan Fest God Vegeta. I would be fine with that, and it would limit how many Brolys we have in the game of the same name. Now, we do need another Broly from a lot of these other arcs, right? Wrath Broly doesn't have anything. Base Broly basically has nothing. It just has this card, which sucks. Legendary, or Full Power Broly, we just got a bunch of animations for it, so it's fine. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly could easily get better animations specifically from Second Coming. The tech ones are fine, but again, the STR one is really bad. It's really ugly. Bio Broly, who cares? I don't want Bio Broly. I guess they could do it if they really want to do it, but it would be really lame. And they're never touching Super Saiyan 3 Broly ever again. So, it is just one of those things where it's like, if this is Broly, it's going to be kind of hard to make a team work if it is purely Z Broly the entire time. And Wrath Broly would be a good option to buff super bosses. I'm just saying. Plus, God Vegeta doesn't exist, and I would really like a Dokkan Fest God Vegeta. I think that'd be cool. I'm just saying. Anyway, That's what I'm kind of getting from this teaser, is it's probably Broly of some kind and or a Super Saiyan that we're just not thinking about. I do think it's Broly just because of how green that looks. Let me know what you guys think about my idea and what your ideas are for a potential Broly worldwide in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.